Dark Myth Wukong, Chapter 26. Saint having spoken, Guangming Zizai Buddha chuckled, looking at Sun Wukong with an air of utter indifference. And indeed, the reality was just so. The two were not on the same level of cultivation, and their worlds were entirely different. In comparison, he truly had the qualification to completely disregard Sun Wukong. The gap in power between an upper-level saint and a mid-level saint was like a chasm. Only a very few, exceptionally talented individuals could ignore this gap and fight across levels. The vast majority could not. And Sun Wukong was clearly not among those very few. Although Sun Wukong's fearsome reputation was renowned in this realm, in the eyes of Guangming Zizai Buddha, he was merely like a somewhat stronger child playing king among infants. While formidable among those infants, to Guangming Zizai Buddha, it was nothing more than child's play. Just as Guangming Zizai Buddha was scrutinizing Sun Wukong with mocking eyes, Sun Wukong was also warily observing Guangming Buddha, the abbreviated name for Guangming Zizai Buddha. From the first moment he saw Guangming Buddha, Sun Wukong knew he had encountered a formidable enemy. The aura casually emanating from Guangming Buddha was already far stronger than Tathagata's. Sun Wukong believed that even Tathagata's most powerful strike wouldn't compare to a casual blow from the Guangming Buddha before him. This was the difference between an upper-level saint and a lower-level Saint Dati. The gap between himself and this Buddha, though perhaps not that vast, was still significant. But would he retreat? Even without considering the Ponzi cave and his second junior brother behind him, he was bound to fight. He had long harbored a life-and-death grudge against the Buddhist sect. This debt had to be repaid sooner or later. It just happened to be a bit sooner now. He had only fused with one gold system divine stone. If he waited until he successfully fused all 5 divine stones.
Guangming Zizai Buddha, is it? If you think a few words can scare old Sun away, you're far too naive. Enough talk. This Buddhist sect, old Sun will definitely destroy it.
Arrogant. Let me, this monkey demon from the lower realm, broaden your horizons and show you what true disparity means. But even if you know, you won't have time to regret it, because today you are certain to die.
As his words fell, Guangming Buddha clasped his hands together before his chest, and a majestic wave of Buddhist power surged forth. Then, his hands suddenly parted, revealing a 12-story exquisite Linglong Pagoda between his palms. The pagoda was intricately carved, lifelike, with the base on the right and the spire on the left. Guangming Buddha flicked his right hand backward, and the small Linglong Pagoda settled onto his right palm.
Golden body, Buddha Pagoda. Strike.
With Guangming Buddha's shout, his right hand thrust forward forcefully. The Linglong Pagoda shot out at a speed almost invisible to the naked eye, aimed straight at Sun Wukong. Facing this deadly strike from Guangming Buddha, Sun Wukong dared not be careless. The golden circlet on his head instantly shattered, and an arrogant, domineering aura surged, continuously rising. He gripped the golden cudgel tightly, channeling immense power into it. The cudgel instantly blazed with brilliant golden light, pulsing like a heartbeat. Just then, Guangming Buddha's Linglong Pagoda arrived before him. The muscles on Sun Wukong's right arm bulged, solid as a small mountain. In the next instant, the Linglong Pagoda and the golden cudgel collided violently. A heaven-shaking, earth-shattering sound erupted, and the resulting shockwave of magical power spread throughout the entire world. Any immortal or demon with even a modicum of cultivation felt this wave. Each one's face changed dramatically, wondering when such a terrifyingly powerful expert had appeared in the world. As the sound subsided, looking at the two figures, Guangming Buddha held the small pagoda in his right hand, a smile still on his face, as if the recent strike wasn't his doing at all. But looking at Sun Wukong, his right hand holding the golden cudgel trembled uncontrollably, as if the slightest release would send the weapon flying from his grasp. Evidently, Sun Wukong was injured, though not severe. The victor was decided in that single exchange.
Aha, monkey demon. Now you know the meaning of disparity, don't you? Ha ha.
Ignoring Guangming Buddha's arrogant laughter, Sun Wukong took a deep breath, slowly calming the churning energy within his chest. He looked down at his right hand. The skin between his thumb and forefinger was still torn open, blood flowing freely. Sun Wukong slowly raised his head, killing intent surging in his eyes, his face twisting into a ferocious snarl.
Guangming Buddha, don't be too complacent. Today I'll use you to test my strength. Ha ha.
Amidst the wild laughter, Sun Wukong's muscles bulged all over his body. His originally lean figure suddenly tripled in height. His muscles rippled, hard as marble. The golden armor and cloak on his body were ripped to shreds. Simultaneously, the fur on his body began to grow rapidly, covering his form. But upon closer inspection, one could see magical power flowing through each strand of fur, indicating extraordinary toughness, comparable even to the highest-grade defensive treasures of the heavenly realm.
Great sage equaling heaven, demon king form.
A roar, like rolling thunder, echoed. It turned out that after absorbing the gold system divine stone from Neja, Sun Wukong's body had undergone a mutation, allowing him to transform into the demon king form. In this state, Sun Wukong's attack power, defensive power, and even speed were enhanced more than tenfold. Furthermore, this seemed not to be the final transformation. He glanced up at Guangming Buddha. In the next moment, Sun Wukong's body vanished from its spot. Before anyone's eyes could react, they heard Tathagata let out a terrified scream. Everyone hastily turned towards Tathagata, instantly terrified out of their wits. Sun Wukong's colossal form had appeared right in front of Tathagata. The scene they witnessed was Sun Wukong lifting Tathagata with one hand, the other clenched into a fist.
Monkey demon, you dare! Let go quickly.
Guangming Buddha reacted a split second faster than the others, but due to the distance, rescuing Tathagata was impossible. In desperation, he could only launch the Linglong Pagoda from his right hand again, clearly attempting a besiege Y to rescue Zhao tactic to trade a life. But to everyone's surprise, Sun Wukong completely ignored the Linglong Pagoda flying towards his back, focusing solely on Tathagata. His clenched right fist suddenly struck downwards. In an instant, blood splattered everywhere. Looking again, Tathagata had become a headless corpse. At that precise moment, the Linglong Pagoda reached Sun Wukong's back. Guangming Buddha even let out a slight sigh of relief. As long as the monkey demon could be killed, Tathagata's death didn't matter much. At worst, he'd face a reprimand upon return, nothing significant. However, the next scene left Guangming Buddha utterly stunned, his eyes wide in disbelief. He watched helplessly as, just when the Linglong Pagoda was about to hit Sun Wukong's back, Sun Wukong suddenly turned around and caught the Linglong Pagoda with his empty left hand. If it were just that, Guangming Buddha might have barely accepted it. But what nearly drove him mad was that, after catching the pagoda, Sun Wukong looked up, gave him a wicked grin, and then the muscles on his left arm bulged. Crack! The Linglong Pagoda shattered, crushed by Sun Wukong's bare hand. The Linglong Pagoda, the life-bound artifact Guangming Buddha had cultivated for countless years, was destroyed just like that, crushed by Sun Wukong as easily as crushing trash. Guangming Buddha tremblingly pointed at Sun Wukong, spat out a mouthful of blood, his face instantly turning deathly pale. Clearly, he had suffered severe internal injuries. The Linglong Pagoda was his life-bound artifact, connected to his very soul. With the pagoda destroyed, How could he not be injured? While Guangming Buddha was still reeling from the shock, he heard the desperate cries of "No!" from the assembled Buddhas. He whipped his head around and witnessed the most terrifying sight of his life. Sun Wukong's enormous, savage, explosively powerful body had appeared right behind him. Guangming Buddha snapped his head up, only to see a pair of colossal fists plummeting towards him. In that instant, Guangming Buddha felt a strange sense of relief. Staring at the rapidly enlarging fists in his vision, he screamed,
Sun Wukong, killing me is useless. I am merely the lowest-ranking Buddha soldier in the Buddhist sect. Just you wait. Someone stronger will come to kill you. Just you wait. Ha 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 ha.
His words had barely faded when Sun Wukong's fists struck. Guangming Zizai Buddha, once incomparably arrogant, was reduced to a pile of mangled flesh. Even his soul was shattered.